trainer on. He's well fat, get him out of here. I've had no shit, I'm gonna side of his belly. Behave yourself, mate. Welcome to the video, how are we doing? I'm looking terrible, I'm so shabby. The beard's everywhere. I did give it a trim. I haven't combed it to daily hairs everywhere. We don't have a fresh fade. But that's not, it's not important, it's really not important today. Okay, so today, a little bit different, get some information done, and then we're gonna do a bit of fuckery. Alright, information first, then we do the fuckery. So today we're gonna talk about getting a routine, gaining a routine, especially in the period that we're in. Everyone's stuck inside, everyone's on lockdown, maintaining a routine when everything's gone to pot. If you're like myself, you very much live a routine all your life, so for you this probably doesn't apply to, so you probably skip straight to the fuckery. But if you want to take some notes, do. How do you get yourself a routine? So your job, you're not working, everything's gone to pot, you're sitting here, you're at home, you can't go to the gym, what do? Alright? So your normal routine of waking up, going to work, having your pre-workout meal, going to the gym, then getting home, then doing some bits, is all out the window. My best advice that I would give who's struggling of that routine because everything's gone to pot is make your routine. Just skip the part of going to work. I don't understand. If you have to write it down, that's probably the best way you can do. So you can put, before you go to bed, morning list, get jobs done, morning coffee in front of TV, bang, done, jobs done, housework, boom, home workout, boom, done, post-workout meal, boom, done. Alright, reading, done, chill out time, done. And tick them off as you go along. I say tick the boxes. For me, I don't need to write those boxes down, right? I don't need to write stuff down to be able to do them. I will just do them. Easy as you fucking like. So best tip is to write it down. If you're someone who's struggling, who's someone who is not getting out of bed in the morning because of this and just laying about watching Netflix all fucking day and done nothing, write it out. Write out what you've got to do. Even if that's your home workout and you think, oh, there's no point doing it because I've just got to do some, just do some sit-ups, press-ups. Just try a little bit of something, bodyweight squats, plenty of information out there you can do that's going to get yourself stimulated, it's going to get some blood running, it's going to get you feeling better. Coffee sip. That's amazing. Have it set, ready, just like you would at work. You have to be there at 9 o'clock. Why don't you say, I have to be in front of the TV drinking my fucking coffee at 9 o'clock. Set your alarm. Get up on your alarm. Have things set ready for doing the day. It's going to get you up and ready to go. My tips on gaining your routine is getting yourself a nice little, get a bit of paper, writing stuff down, putting it into your phone, setting reminders. I set reminders on my phone, to be fair, I do that. To be honest, if you are a competitive bodybuilder, you probably do not need to know this. You probably already know it, probably very driven, because if you're a competitive bodybuilder and you're doing well in your off season, you stay accountable you stay accountable year round, you probably don't need this. This is total bullshit, it's probably going to go over your head. Especially even if you're interested in individuals like that, it will probably go over your head and you'll just think, I don't need to do that. Yeah, it's true. But anyone who's struggling, I hope this helps. Right, that's enough of the education shit. Hopefully I can pull this 5-minute video into a fucking 2-minute banger, because then we can get on with some good stuff. I've done everything today, so what do we do? Fuckery. Alright, to the fuckery and vlog. The fuckery is the vlog, innit? Pretty much, me just being a twat. We have done almost 5,500 steps. We did 4,500 steps because I wanted to do the video this morning when I was fresh in my mind. So good. Did the steps inside today, just up and down the little flat. Just staying inside, keeping it real. Do you know what I mean? It's really nice weather outside, but obviously you get sunburn and that. And there's a lot of people actually out in the field next to me, and it's kind of disappointing that everyone just, as soon as you get a bit of nice weather, everyone just thinks it's a picnic. But at the end of the day, can't do. What can you do? What can you do? At the end of the day, I did see something about gyms being open for May, which turned me on a little bit. I might have blew my load just a tiny bit, but other than that, it was all right. Love a little top tip, right? Top tip to get your steps up when you're stuck inside, all right, or if you don't have a massive house. Take things individually. So I'm going to take the fucking lamp, and I'm going to take my laptop. I would usually take both, but I'm not. Right, I'm doing trips. Not a one tripper today. We're doing fucking a quadruple tripper. So that means we do plenty of trips. And it means we get everything in. There you go, see that's one. And then we do the other trip. I can't believe I think of these things. Do you know what I mean? Absolute genius. He's unbelievable, isn't he? Absolutely unbelievable. Look how clean it is in here as well. Do you know what I mean? Wait till I fuck that up.
2 hours later.
Corey's roasting. Some nice weather outside, I tell you that. And whipped out the old vest in on, makes yourself feel a little better, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, you're wearing a stringer, mate. Oh, I don't care. I'll do what I want. Cool. We can't wear stringers. I'll do what I fucking want. Wear a stringer. Wear a crank top, tank top, whatever. Wear a sleeveless t-shirt. Whatever you rock, mate. Don't worry about it. Jesus, getting on my case. Some food, chicken rice. I think there's turmeric in there as well. Look at that lovely bit of cheese in there. All the gains, all the gains. Still on the meals. What we talked about earlier on at the start of this video was obviously having a routine. Getting yourself on a routine, even though everything else is going out in the world and you've been told to stay indoors, etc. Still on that routine. 2:30, meal time. Boom, we had one at 12. Give it 2.5 hours, I'm having the other meal. So these are the things, it's easy to stay on. For you bodybuilders, easy. But for you gym goers, the people who are up and down, fluctuating with all their consistency, you're the guys who are going to struggle. If you need to write it down, have it written down. Good morning. Next day, Monday, new week. Coming up to the 3rd week of the quarantine. Right, morning duties. Let's get the first meal on the crack. Very important. Get it straight on. Let's rock and roll. We need to make sure we get the peanut butter. Yeah. Oh, it's feeling light, boys. And coconut oil. So our fat sauces. Best way of weighing it, put it on top. You know what I mean? We're not fucking about. Oh, delicious. The peanut butter all in your mouth just tastes fucking amazing. We need some more of that pip and nut shit. Is another level. Right, shower, get ready, and then we got some, stop sniffing, you fucking weirdo. Oh, chill out, alright, fucking hell. I'll answer a few of the questions we put on Instagram. We only got a few come through. It got bogged down, I guess, but at the end of the day, there's some really good questions on there, so I'll answer to the best of my ability. That one's for you guys. Alright, let's answer 3 of the fucking questions. Right here. I'm going to turn the camera a bit on me. Jesus fucking Christ. Do a bit. Fucking something. Right, anyway. Someone asked me a really good question. I'll pop the question up in see here, so you can all see it. So I'm reading off my laptop, so I'm not being rude. So what sort of ages does muscle maturity kick in? I'm 17, I've been training 2 years. Well, muscle maturity is maturity of your body, basically. You're not going to have very mature muscles at 17 years old, as you've only been alive for 17 years old. You've been training for 2 years, so you really haven't been training long at all. Have you been training properly in those 2 years? Probably not. You're 17 years old. I wouldn't worry about muscle maturity. My opinion of muscle maturity is something that build up over years and years and years. Maturity is a length of time. It's a period of time. Long seasoned bodybuilders have matured muscle. That's why you see bodybuilders who come in to the pro circuit, you know, on their first debut, and then you see them in 5 years' time. Their muscles have matured. They're bigger. They've got that better look, and that's the muscle maturity, which you're not going to gain before you've even started. So looks like your worries and your problems and how to gain certain things are in the wrong. You're worrying about stuff that you shouldn't be worrying about. You're 17 years of age. You're worried about muscle maturity. Maybe because you've watched Generation Iron 1 and you hear Dennis Wolf saying what they judge on, and that's muscle symmetry, muscle maturity, etc. I wouldn't worry about it. You're 17 years old, focus on building your frame, focus on building some size, focus on getting strong within the gym, focus on actually being able to eat properly. That's what you should focus on, learning on getting strong, learning on how to recover, and being consistent with your food. You're 17 years old. I'm not saying you have to follow a diet plan to the T like myself, because you're 17 years old. Have a few fucking off-plan meals. Enjoy a few meals in the week, on the weekend. You know, don't go batshit crazy and fucking ruin your bank balance, but enjoy a few meals. You know, if your mum goes, oh, roast dinner on a Sunday, have the roast dinner on a Sunday. But make sure you're consistent with other food. The answer to your question is, it takes a long time to build muscle maturity. Not even me. You know, you're looking 10 years into the business. Wouldn't worry about it. Something not to worry. It's built over time. Other one is thoughts on carb cycling. I don't do too much on carb cycling. I guess it can be effective. There's other people who probably know a lot more than this than me. For me, I just like having a set plan where we have carbs in, and if we obviously if we're trying to clean up or we're going to get tardy, we take a few carbs out and fats out. Other than that, I don't do this no carb day, then load of carbs, no carb. Especially on the off season, obviously in prep. If I am trying, when I was trying to get down to really shredded, because I was so fat, I had to do a 0 carb days. But you only need to do them if you are really out of shape. It is what it is. I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you want to try and carb cycle, but probably do some more research within the subject, because I don't know too much, because obviously I'm just pure bodybuilder. That's pretty much it. If you're dieting and you can keep carbs in, that's brilliant, wicked. But if you're really out of shape and you're giving yourself a really small amount of time, like I did, you will have to go 0 carb, most likely. You will have some days where you're absolutely 0 carb. But if you don't get yourself too out of shape, you can still keep carbs in. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? I've got nothing bad to say about carb cycling. I haven't done it myself. I don't know too much about it. I mean, if you're trying to push body weight up, I guess it could be effective. Probably do a bit more research into that one for yourself. Alright, other than all the questions about Call of Duty and all that bollocks, I'm just going to save those 2 questions, because I think the muscle maturity one is the one that sort of shook me a little bit and thought, why are you worrying about that? Why would you worry about muscle maturity at 17 years old? Maybe because you watched Generation 9. I remember watching Generation 9 and thinking stuff like that. This is why I make these videos. It's for people like that, who come into this game worrying about stupid stuff. One of the biggest ones for me was off season. What a bulking look is. What does bulking look like? What should your physique look like? And it's like, people are like, oh, you should see like a line of your abs. And it's like, well, people are saying you've got to eat, and it's like, it's just it's one way or the other. You don't know what the fuck's going on, and you watch fucking people like the influencers, who are the people who put the content out daily, weekly, whatever, on the YouTube, and they, like Callum Von Mongo, I used to watch a lot of him, and he used to stay trim, and he used to be sitting there eating fucking Chick-fil-A or whatever it's called. He'd be smashing in 3-4 burgers, and lean as fuck. And then it's a bit like, it's a mind boggle. You're like, what? And it's not the best way of learning things, but because people, well, back then weren't showing as much content, definitely weren't. Now you do have good people like Fuad, and people who are putting the content out, and people are showing themselves, looking soft as shit. And this is what I produce on my Instagram. You will see it, and hopefully people can come back to where I'm with this growing phase of me building myself up, building my foundation, to be able to see exactly that, and then we can pinpoint and we can show you, and I can point you in that direction, and you go, oh fucking hell, this is what, okay, all right, I've got a hand over it. Diluting a lot of the science and information to bring it down to a level where everyone can understand. That's what I want to do. I'm going to edit, and I hope you answered your questions. I hope if you've got any more questions, hit me in the fucking comments. Hope the routine helped you guys. Whatever it is, keep doing it, get massive. See you in the next one.